Hey guys, it's Joe from GadgetryTech.com, and behind me I have the 2020 Lexus GX 460 body-on-frame SUV. Now I know what you're thinking, what's new? Well, for starters, you get the standard triple beam LED headlights. Lexus also updated and enlarged the signature spindle grille to have a more aggressive look, bringing it more in line with the design language of the current Lexus lineup. Also new for 2020 is the Nebula Gray Pearl paint, which was the color of the GX you see here. The exhaust tip is a $130 add-on that I feel should be on every GX, especially given the price point. Most other elements are left the same unless you opt for the Sport Design package, which adds more chrome to the front grille, scarlet tail lamp housings, 19-inch split 6-spoke alloys with dark gray machine finish, and more. Paint matched running boards with ground illumination is standard on all GX models, and the GX Premium and Luxury versions come standard with LED fog lamps as well, which I feel complement the front bumper nicely. However, they are not a critical add-on for a drastic improvement in lighting. The interior is largely carried over from the 2019 model with updates to the steering wheel and a larger digital multi-information display between the two primary gauges. The new 3-spoke steering wheel provides additional controls while also improving the look from the prior wheel design, which in 2019 felt highly outdated when compared to the competition. Also new for 2020 is the Rioja red upholstery, which is paired with the black headliner. Although our review vehicle did not have this color configuration, I can tell you the red upholstery with dark trim is a very attractive and welcome addition to the interior color options. The new gray Sapile wood trim, which comes standard on the GX Premium and Luxury models, combines wood and aluminum together for a classy yet modern look. Now that we've covered what's new, it's time to discuss what makes this SUV special. Truth be told, this SUV hasn't changed much over the past 10 years, but that's not always a bad thing. Sure, the engine could be more powerful, the transmission could have more gears, and the off-road package could have come with large knobby tires that beg you to leave the road and hit some dirt. Just because some competitors have evolved to either offer more power, towing capacity, or even tech inside, that doesn't necessarily make the GX a bad SUV. The GX is a tried and true platform with the same 4.6-liter V8 because it just works. If you want a dependable SUV that gets the job done for the next 10 to 20 years, chances are you'll still consider the GX. That kind of reliability and expectation has a lot of value that doesn't always show up on paper or the internet. It's with those intangibles being considered that I still consider and appreciate the GX for what it does offer.
It's no secret I love this SUV, okay? It's you know what you're getting with this because it's been the same engine for essentially 10 years. It's been the same SUV for almost 10 years. They've made some updates to keep it fresh, which I appreciate. And a lot of that is because this is kind of a dying breed. There's not a lot of good SUVs that are body on frame, especially in a luxury trim. I mean, you got to think, this is a Lexus. So you get quiet, comfortable, smooth on the road. I mean, it's low noise, it's reliable. You know you're going to get there for the next 10 or 20 years in the same vehicle. That's what Lexus is known for, and you'll be comfortable doing it. So if you're the type of person that likes to get new SUVs and new toys every couple years and you want the latest tech because it's all flashy and cool, this isn't the SUV for you. Lexus doesn't do that. They do what they're good at, and they make sure it's going to do that for a very long time. So the biggest drawback on this, the infotainment system, I'm sure it's been pointed out a lot on the internet. It's the same stereo system for the past, 5 or 6 years, maybe with some updated icons, but it's nothing too exciting. It doesn't have Apple CarPlay. It doesn't have Android Auto as a 2020 vehicle. That's kind of a letdown, especially when over 2/3 of the Lexus lineup for 2020 does have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. But a lot of that has to do with the way the center dash was designed and how some of the settings and infotainment or electronics, HVAC, all those controls that are tied into it, it would have required a massive change, and I think that's why they stuck with it, but who knows. So with that being said, the radio works. The Lexus premium sound system, the 9-speaker system that you get on the base in the premium version of this SUV, which starts at 53 and goes in the high 50s. It still sounds good. You can tune it out, tune it to give you better sound quality. Mark Levinson system is like a $1,200 upgrade. It's only available on the luxury trim, as is the off-road package, which if you get the luxury trim, get the off-road package, because chances are you're buying an SUV like this to do some occasional off-roading. That's a kick-ass feature to have. It has crawl control. It has the protective skid plate underneath for the fuel tank. Transmission cooler. Cameras on the sides, the front, the rear, and underneath the SUV, so if you're off-roading, you can actually see what's going on around you. That's a super cool feature. And then you get the sport package, which is available across the board, and that gives you a lower front bumper, a little bit more aggressive styling. If you do want to use this for off-roading, I actually don't really recommend the Sport Package because I don't think that's going to give you the ground clearance you want on the front as far as approach angle. So, you know, it's a body-on-frame SUV. It's 5,100 pounds. There's not a lot of good body-on-frame SUVs anymore, especially ones that drive as nice as this on the road. But the advantage of body-on-frame is the towing capacity. You get 6,500 pounds of towing capacity. This is a 4.6-liter V8 making 301 horsepower, 326 pound-feet of torque. So it's got some power, hits the ground with a 6-speed transmission, full-time four-wheel drive, which does not help the fuel economy. You get 15 city, 19 highway, 16 combined. So don't expect this to sip gas. It drinks it nicely, but there is a 23-gallon fuel tank, so you're going to still have a good range, even with the poor fuel efficiency. So with that being said, there are drawbacks to body-on-frame SUV and there are advantages. You know what you're getting yourself into. If you want a Lexus that's good for the road and you're concerned more about fuel economy and handling and road characteristics, then get a Lexus RX. That's a better performing SUV. If you need the towing capacity, this is double the RX towing capacity, and you want to occasionally go off-roading or you live in a mountainous area, but you want luxury, this is your vehicle. You know, there's some domestics. There's the Infiniti SUV that has the big V8s based off the Armada. It's a QX80, and then you have the Land Rover. But if you want reliable, luxury, and capable, this is a very niche market that Lexus happens to kick a lot of ass in. So know what you're getting yourself into, and I think you'll love it. I don't know why I love driving this vehicle as much as I do, but I do. It has the flaws of a body-on-frame SUV. You know, when you hit the gas, it squats. When you hit the brakes, it nosedives, and it's a little sloppy on handling. It's kind of floaty. But when I reviewed this in the past, I called it an urban assault vehicle, and that's just because of the way it makes you feel when you drive it. You're driving a truck, but you just really enjoy going wherever you're going to go. I don't care if it's on the road or off. And I think that's what makes this SUV special. I am super happy Lexus stuck it out and they refreshed this, even though it's not a massive change. The interior is largely the same, aside from a new trim, steering wheel, and upholstery options. You get this red leather option now. If you know what you're getting and this fits that market for you, you're going to be really happy with the SUV. It does everything it does extremely well for what it's intended for. It just fits a very niche market. So this SUV is not for everybody. But for the people it's for, they're going to love it. It's a kick-ass SUV, and I don't want it to go anywhere because people that need those capabilities don't have a lot of options anymore. So please, Lexus, keep going with this, and I'm glad people are still buying it. So anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this review. I love talking about cars, so if you want to see more, please like and subscribe. I plan on doing a lot more cars soon. We've had a great relationship with Lexus. It's no secret. We're going to be looking at some more brands in the not too distant future. So either way, strong recommendation if this fits what you're looking for. Test drive it because it doesn't drive like most SUVs on the road, and I think you'll like it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and checking this out, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.